art is coming right along. I want to show it to you. Look how good that's looking. I'm very excited about it. So the next thing we need to do, get this back off the table, there, is I decided to take that darker gray color and pull it down here. So I mixed up a little and I just did the white and black. I'm going to start with that and then see where it goes. So this time, because the base is so much larger than the top here, I'm going to work with it a little bit sideways, and I'm going to use a bigger knife. Ooh, yeah, this could be cool. I'm kind of excited about this. So I'm going to work this in, and once I get this in, I'll have to look again. Then I think I'm going to come back and add some more color over the whole thing. Maybe like take a purple, magenta, maybe a little soft gray blue, and kind of run it through all of this just to get some pattern, some more. So everything is going to be going vertically in this piece of art, which I think will be nice because it will add some height and presence to the little buffet piece. So far here's what we've got done on day 3, the start of day 3. I'll just pull it back so you can kind of get a view of it. So I'm loving the way it looks. I love the way the charcoal's turning out. And I'm still going to work on it upside down. And today is the start of adding all the details, which is actually the very funnest part. So what I think I'm going to do is again work upside down, and I found this, which I think could be a really cool design on here. So I'm going to use some magenta, and I'm going to do circles all the way across here, and then I'm going to do some striae of colors going down the front, a lot of different colors. Some like steely blue, and some magenta, and some purple, maybe a little bit of light yellow, maybe a little bit of the limey green coming down. Not for sure where I'm going with that, but I know for sure I want the circles up here in magenta. So I'm going to start with that. So I'm going to use the liquid magenta, because I'm not going to put it on with a brush. I'm going to put it on with a roller. This one's ready to go because I obviously kept the lid on. Alright, isn't that a pretty color? So, now in order to get the color on nice and even, I should be working on a sheet of paper or something. Here, I can work on one of these to put it on. Since this canvas is so big. Alright, so you roll the paint, and this is kind of like a rubbery, it's called a speedball, and then you put it on opposite. Oh, this is better, I think, if I hold it. I think this is going to work. If this doesn't work, I'm going to have to try something else. Yeah, this is going to work. It is already working. Alright, but the thing that happened that I don't like is there's a little bit of paint in between each one of these that I don't want to drip onto the painting. So let's get kind of rid of that. Just taking my putty knife and distributing it so it won't go in a blob. Alright, here we go. Ready? Let's see. I think I want to go right here with it. I think I'll go a little random. Now I need another one of these brayers to roll over it to make sure it gets done evenly. So let's see. We'll see what happens. Very exciting. Oh yeah. Okay, let me show you what that looks like. Let me move some of this stuff. Let's see. Okay, and then I'm going to do a bunch of those, and cool, huh? I don't know if you can see it, but let me go like this, then you can see it for sure. I'm going to do a bunch of those on top of each other, see where that gets me, and then I'll be back to do some more on the bottom. Hi, this is day 5 working on the piece of art. Now I've come a little bit further along
So I did the circles up here, and then I added some more of a brighter pink, and then I added some of this slate blue, pulled some of the slate blue down on top of the gray. Then I also did some things with a little bit of silver metallic, because remember there's kind of a silver metallic buffet that goes underneath of this piece. And then I've come back in with this limey green and added some lines coming down into the blue. Now my next step I'm going to do today is I'm going to take and just put a little bit of a chocolate brown over these three circles so they're not as linear. And then I'm going to take some of this kind of light yellow, maybe almost vanilla color, and pull some of that down through in here. And then I really think I need to get some of this red going and maybe a little purple. I still want to bring more color down in here. I think a couple ways that I'm going to do it. One way is kind of interesting with a credit card, and you kind of like trowel it on, and I'll show you how to do that. But first I think I'm going to concentrate on the circles up top, and then I'm going to come back in and trowel some in. And I have this chalk line here again just as a basis, so I knew how far down I wanted to pull the green. So let me get this moved over to the table. Okay, so what I've got going here is I've got a little bit of that yummy brown color we used before mixed up, and I want to go over the magenta colored circles just to blend them in a little bit more and make it more dimensional. And when I do that and get it all on there evenly, then I'm going to come back in with a paper towel and take some of it off so you still get the green coming through. Paper towels are good to use, but you always have to well, you don't always, but you want to make sure you get the smooth ones, and I like the ones that cut in littler pieces, so you don't have to waste them if you don't want to. Ooh, that one's getting too dark. You can always squirt it down a little. That kind of loosens the paint. Yeah, there you go. That's good. Alright, so let me show you how that turned out, and I think that's kind of interesting. I kind of like it. Yeah, I think I want to fade this one just a little bit more before it dries. Get a little more green coming through, a little less edge. Yeah, cool. Alright, so here's what that looks like. I don't know if you can see it or not, but see the difference it made with the circles? Alright, so then the next thing I want to do is use that credit card idea and scrape some paint on and off, because I think we need to get some more color going down here again. Okay, so let's see. Now the next thing we're going to do, let's get this brush soaking. For this is I want to use some titanium buff. Now I like using this titanium buff over using white gesso, because it's like a softer color. It just is a little bit softer. But I want it to have it just a little golder.